Yes. See, the important part is as people evolve in their appearances, they're going to look much different. I encountered at least two trans individuals that were male to female, and they presented female. They had male names when they come across my path, and I said, "Okay, how would you like to be identified during our communication?" That was the first question. It's not something that I am born with the knowledge to ask that question. I've had to evolve with society because even though I am part of that LGBTQ society, I don't understand the acronyms all the time or the need to be put in a separate box from everybody else to be important. I don't like being put in a box with labels because to me, you see Jason first. Okay, if you can't accept Jason, you're not going to accept anything Jason has to offer. But if you're going to walk up to me and say, okay, this is my gay brother, sorry, I'm out. Because what does my preference have to do with being your family member?
And that's crazy. Why is again, this all I have to relate it to. Oh, this is my black friend Terry.
It's labels.
I'm like, I thought I was just your friend. Like, I don't like that whole. I had a person, I don't know who it was, I can't remember who it was, but anyhow, they could tell me how many black people they've been around. And I've always said this: if you could tell me how many black people you've been around, how many black people have been in your house, you're a little racist. I'm sorry.
Well, I was raised with a mixture of individuals throughout my childhood because my house growing up was a safe haven for the misbehaved individuals of society in Centralia. We're talking kids that had problems at home, kids that had problems at school, kids that had problems in general. They would run to my house and they would stay with us if they needed to. They had a safe haven at my house,
So
which was
you've always been around a nice what's the word I'm looking for?
just
Culture of people.
yeah, because my mother was the nicest as could be. I've never had a major problem with my mother. I've never fought with my older sister, which I'm 41. So for me not to fault with somebody in my family like that says something good. We were all brought up to treat everybody as we would like to be treated, but also to be that voice that helps other people. So that's part of what the calling was to join out Mount Vernon when I had the chance to join the board. I seen the need to try to normalize acceptance in Jefferson County. I've met people, I put a post on a group for Jefferson County asking for more vendors or letting them know about the event we're having. Amanda Wheeler, our executive director, she posted some business names that she was going to, and this gentleman says, I'm making a list of businesses we're going to boycott automatically. He was determined to go to all these businesses that we had flyers at and make a public list for everybody in town to boycott us, just because he didn't agree that we should be having anything going on.
That
Now, mind you, we don't know this gentleman. Don't know him at all. But my question to him is, what is the need to publicly humiliate yourself, for one, because you're not looking very pleasant to the community that you're serving, and for two, come attack a association of people that you know nothing about.
again, it goes back to this. Excuse me. If I feel the need to attack a certain person, especially a gay person, you're not attacking the person. You're attacking their sexuality. And so when you're attacking their sexuality, it clicks for me that you have a problem with your own sexuality. Mount Vernon to me is lacking something as far as a need. Like, as far as the community as a whole, what do you think the biggest need do you think that Mount Vernon needs to approach Jefferson County as a whole when it just comes to people in general?
We're lacking tolerance of people. If we're different from you, that you don't tolerate us. If we don't go to your church, you don't tolerate us. If we don't shop at your grocery store, you don't tolerate us. So it's like if you can't find a common denominator between our personality and you, then we don't matter. We become targets versus allies.
So, and the other thing, is there anything that you can think of that you would say, let me say this the right way. I feel like the city of Mount Vernon, any events that I've been to, and I go to them all, they make sure that they have what they need there. Oh, can I help you over here? Do you guys need this? Do you guys need that? Why would they not allow you guys? Why is Pride still in the park and not in the commons?
That's a good question. I would like to look into using the commons for Pride. I think that would be nice. At this time, we've just always maintained at Pride in the Park because that building, we can rent it. We can rent all, well, let's back up a little bit. So most events, you can rent just the building you need and maybe a pavilion or two. Being an LGBT Pride event, we have to rent the entire park. If we do not rent the entire park, we'll have churches setting up for prayer walks through our event. Like they will walk through the event. They might hand out pamphlets to people. They might greet us. They might actually be civil. They might just be doing, well, we'll pray for you. We've had a guy stand out there and preach as loud as he can during the event just because. And my thing was, why don't we go to their churches and sing Pink Pony Club as loud as we can during Sunday service outside the building?
Now you're going to have the law there now. Now you're going to have the law there.
You know, but we're not a vindictive group of people. We're not out to harm anybody. We just want people to leave us alone when we're celebrating. Because what we're doing is we're bringing a community of people together who need to feel incorporated, who need to feel included, and who need to feel important in respects to accepting themselves. So if you go to certain churches, they say, oh, we accept you, but yet you can feel the atmosphere in that building as soon as you walk in. Yes, you're accepted because you're a child of God, or you're accepted because you know Granny Smith or Granny Pine or whatever, okay? But you do not truly feel accepted because you'll have certain members of the congregation who will start preaching at you, who will tell you that being gay is a sin, they will tell you all kinds of things when you walk in that building. So we, as out Mount Vernon, have created a safe space for people in basically all culture. It doesn't even matter if you're LGBTQIA+ or not. If you want to come to our event, we welcome you. All we ask is you're respectful when you come through.